Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. My name is Michael Hidalgo. I am the lead pastor of Denver Community Church. And during this season, we hold in our collective conscience images of Mary and Joseph and the Magi and the shepherds surrounding the manger where Jesus lay. This image has become so familiar to us, it's possible we may fail to see the unexpected nature of that first Christmas. But when we come to the gospel narratives and the Christian scriptures, we encounter not just the unexpected nature of the first Christmas, but also the trouble and the darkness that surrounds this story. Luke begins his narrative mentioning Caesar Augustus, the one who ruled the global military superpower known as the Roman Empire, an empire that oppressed the people of Israel. It's a recognition of the harsh reality of the time in which Jesus was born. In Matthew, he takes it way further in his gospel. He makes no mention of a stable or manger or angels or shepherds. He tells of the imminent threat to the life of Jesus posed by King Herod, and concludes his Christmas story with Joseph and Mary and Jesus running for their life under the cover of night. Herod giving orders to slaughter all the boys in Bethlehem under 2 years of age. And Matthew quotes the Hebrew prophet Jeremiah saying, "A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because they are no more." These words of the prophet were connected to the exile after Babylon had obliterated Jerusalem centuries before. And this is how Matthew tells his Christmas story. In the midst of this trouble, Matthew drops a promise. He makes the astounding claim that Jesus is Emmanuel, a Hebrew word meaning God with us. Matthew says, God is with us. God is here. This, Matthew insists, is the promise of Christmas. And it's possible you're watching this right now and you are in the midst of struggle, in the midst of your own darkness. And when you hear the word Emmanuel, God with us, God is here, you may ask, God is with us? God is here? Because it doesn't feel like the divine is with me. It doesn't feel like God is anywhere. Maybe you're walking through this holiday for the first time after the death of a loved one. Maybe you are struggling financially because you've lost a job and no longer enjoy stable income. Perhaps you're dealing with estrangement from family or friends, or maybe like my friend who I just spent time with, you're reeling from the diagnosis of a terminal illness. Whatever it is, Christmas is here, and you hear the word Emmanuel and you think, if God is here, then where is God? These words do not seem to offer comfort. Instead, it's almost like they mock us. And I think the first readers of Matthew's gospel would have felt the same way. You see, Matthew wrote his gospel to a Jewish audience who had survived the destruction of Jerusalem, the burning of the temple and the slaughter of the priests at the hand of the Romans. And he wrote his gospel within a few years of this unspeakable tragedy. And I imagine when they heard of Emmanuel, they may have responded like many of us. God is with us? God is here? And if God is here, then where is God? Because it doesn't feel like the divine is with us. It doesn't feel like God is anywhere. And if this is the way you feel, if this sentiment is something you resonate with, well, then you're exactly the kind of person Matthew was addressing in his gospel.